Are you worried a bad exam score will derail your education and future career aspirations? Dr. Jubal, MedSchoolInsiders.com. Just because you can retake many major exams like the SAT, ACT, MCAT, or LSAT, never look at these major tests as a practice round. It's far better to aim for your best the first time. That said, if something does go wrong and you find yourself with a score you're not proud of, this video will provide you with the strategies you need to bounce back after a bad exam. We'll focus on the MCAT for many of our examples since, after all, we are med school insiders, but every one of these strategies can be applied to any standardized exam or major test. The first critical step is to not react right away. You must take time to reflect before taking action. Receiving a low score on a major test is a tough blow, there's no doubt about it. After all those months of studying, you still weren't able to secure a score you're proud of. Your instinct will likely be to take action. You might want to retake the test, if that's an option, email a professor, or immediately sign up for tutoring, but it's vital that you do not rush into anything. Signing up for the next available test date before you know how much prep you need, or frantically begging your professor for a redo while you're in an emotional state will not do you any favors. If you end up surprised by bad test results, take a short bit of time to allow yourself to be upset. Instead of pushing away these feelings, let yourself experience them so that you can process and move forward. Not living up to expectations is painful, but if you force these feelings down or deny them, they can cause you to make rash decisions or lash out at yourself or others. Take the time to process and reflect on where you may have gone wrong. Accept the reality of your situation before making any decisions. Another common mistake students make is not trusting themselves and reacting rashly because of nerves. Students are often quick to void an MCAT, for example, after missing a few questions without thinking about the consequences of throwing away that exam. Remember, retaking the MCAT is a huge time commitment. Did you actually completely bomb the test, or did you simply miss a few questions? This is when you need to put trust in your own prep and practice exam scores and only void for valid reasons. Next, get some perspective on your situation. If it's the MCAT you scored poorly on, remember, it's one of the most difficult standardized exams in the entire world, so don't beat yourself up. For reference, the LSAT, also considered to be one of the most difficult standardized exams, takes about 3 hours. The MCAT takes 7.5 hours. It's a behemoth of a test that has gotten the better of thousands of applicants who came before you. The fact that you didn't perform optimally isn't what matters. One failure does not mean failure in the future. What matters is getting back up, re-evaluating your study strategies and habits, and doing better next time. You can turn a poor exam score, whether it's the MCAT, LSAT, SAT, or final exam in class, to your advantage by using it to show your overall improvement. Whether you're applying to college, law school, medical school, or another competitive program, admissions committees want to see that you are committed to improving yourself. If you can score better on future exams or improve your overall GPA, it shows your grit, determination, and commitment to learning. You can and should emphasize these traits in your personal essays and interviews. Next, determine what went wrong. Was it exam day nerves? Did you not prepare enough? Were you sick? Did you recently go through a family tragedy or breakup? Even if you feel like you are dialed in and focused on test day, these external factors can stick in your subconscious and throw you off. You may consider yourself an extremely resilient person, but your mind is still processing what you've been through while you're taking the test. If you're even slightly distracted by something serious going on in your personal life, it can lead to a couple point decrease. In these cases, a poor exam score is not a reflection of your knowledge, it's a reflection of your situation and unique circumstances. It could be that day just wasn't your day. Flukes happen. If you usually score extremely high on a specific section but missed a lot of questions on one particular test day, it doesn't mean you don't know your stuff, it means you had an off day. On the other hand, if you've always struggled with a specific subject or aspect of practice tests, you'll need to put in extra energy into filling that gap of knowledge for next time. It is essential that you assess your strengths and weaknesses. Separate the flukes from your real pain points. This will tell you what you most need to focus on in order to score higher next time. This information will also tell you how much work you need to put in before you are ready to retake the test if you have that option. After taking some time to reflect and assess where you went wrong, it's time to build a new game plan. Retaking a major exam like the MCAT is an incredible commitment, which makes it a decision not to be made lightly. You need to decide whether or not an updated exam score is actually what's needed, or if your time would be better spent on other key aspects of your med school application. For example, if you were hoping to score just a few points higher than you did, your time may be better spent focusing on bolstering your extracurriculars and research, as these experiences may have a greater impact on your overall application. If your score is significantly below average for the schools you're applying to, you may need to reconsider when you apply to medical school. It may even be necessary to seek out a third party, like Med School Insiders, to help you objectively diagnose where you went wrong and build a robust plan for moving forward. Similarly, if you scored poorly on the SATs, keep in mind that a great deal of time and energy goes into preparing for the exam. Assess the average SAT scores for last year's matriculants of the schools you want to apply to. How do you stack up? Do you actually need a higher score, or would your time be better spent gaining extracurricular experience or improving your overall school grades? Regardless of how poorly you did, you still need to reevaluate your study strategies and gear them toward the sections you struggled with most while continuing to brush up on the other areas with practice questions. Avoid passive study strategies that won't move the needle as quickly. If you're in a situation where you need to retake an exam, your time becomes all the more limited. You cannot afford to waste time on inefficient and ineffective study strategies. Learn what study strategies are most effective in our Best Study Strategies Ranked video, link in the description. Lastly, use the setback as a learning opportunity. Don't let one bad exam score hold you back from your goals. Bouncing back from a bad score is just as much about your mindset. If you create a new plan, but go in with the same negative attitude or an "I'm definitely going to fail this" mentality, your results will reflect that. It will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. As Henry Ford famously said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Put in the work so that you can go into your next exam with confidence. Complete practice tests leading up to the exam to ensure you're where you need to be before you launch into a retake. If the exam you bombed isn't one you're able to retake, such as a class final, do all you can to move on. Determine what went wrong, how you can improve, and then leave that exam in the past. Channel your thoughts and energy into the next exam you need to conquer. It's crucial to remember that setbacks build resilience. Failure is a learning opportunity. Show your grit. Show that you can bounce back from the setback stronger than before. If you scored poorly on an exam, don't take any chances with the next one. Commit to your success by investing in your studying. That means creating a clear game plan and utilizing quality resources, active learning methods, and one-on-one tutoring to ensure your future success. The MCAT is arguably the most heavily weighted objective measurement when it comes to earning acceptance to medical school. Admissions committees believe your MCAT score is the best hard indicator they have as to whether or not you can handle the rigors of a medical school curriculum. The MCAT tutoring offered at Med School Insiders emphasizes the individuality of each student, focusing on matching you with the best fit tutor and providing you with the one-on-one mentorship and resources to help you succeed. We have a diagnostic process to evaluate the areas where you can make the greatest improvement and a custom, one-of-a-kind approach that's hand-built for you. Leave nothing to chance with an MCAT retake. Our all-new MCAT course now comes with the industry's first ever honest 5-10 score guarantee with gold standard content and 3 full-length and half 2-length practice tests, check your understanding and end-of-module questions, and guidance from those who scored in the 100th percentile. We're so confident you'll find incredible value in our course that on top of the 5-10 score guarantee, we offer a 10-day 100% money-back guarantee. Terms and conditions apply. Try it for yourself at zero risk at medschoolinsiders.com/MCAT and use promo code BADMCAT for $100 off.